Oh man, guys, it is really, really hot here in Phoenix. It's 111 degrees right now. Melt your socks off kind of weather. It's killing me, man. It's killing me. And but we're gonna try and have some fun. We're gonna try and hang out with you guys on a late Sunday night stream. This is the I Hate Monday show. We got a lot we want to talk about right after this. All right, guys, welcome to the show. So I wanted to do something a little different on this I Hate Monday show. I always try to change these shows up a bit, try to make them a little more fun, a little more entertaining, a little more engaging than the normal podcast shows that we normally do. I mean, heck, we just talked about the arcade and gaming news on Friday, right? We just talked about it. Not much has changed over the weekend, but then again, there is some cool stuff. There's always something to talk about, right? And sure enough, guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about the fact that we're so overwhelmed, over-inundated in games. I mean, just look at all these cabinets behind me, not to mention console games and stuff. So I wanted to talk about the games that I'm actually playing right now on these systems as well as others. Also wanted to hear what games you guys are actually playing, and we could kind of talk about those, have a really positive show. And then, of course, I would love, since I don't have a co-host tonight, I figured it'd be a great night if any of you wanted to call in. I'm going to put the link in the live chat right now. You do have to use Google Chrome. So if you want to call in, I'm putting the link in the chat right now. You guys can call in and you can talk to me, ask questions, or as well as just talk to the audience and get in on the fun. And we could all hang out and have a good time. Let's see what usual suspects we have in the live chat. We got Phil's Notebook. We got Jaster. Something dark and furry is walking behind you. Yeah, it's probably one of my dogs. Ando's here. He hates Mondays, but he loves water. Zohar says he enjoyed the intro. Thanks so much, Zohar. WKRP Cincy is here. Very, very nice. Alberto's here as well. Meatball Saucy. Mike Caputo. Mike, if you want to call in, by all means, call in, my friend. What's up, Terry? What's up, William? And Walter's here as well. 4 days to pre-order. Yeah, supposedly Arcade1Up has no clue on pricing. Yeah, isn't that kind of interesting, right? But when it goes on sale, it'll go on sale, right? All right, so while we're waiting to see if any brave souls are brave enough to call in and hang out with us on the I Hate Monday show, while we're waiting to see if anyone pings through, let's go ahead and let's start talking about some of the games that we're actually playing. So, for instance, I'm going to kick it off with the iiRcade. The iiRcade, as you know, has over 250 licensed games available to play. And, of course, you can't play all these games at once, right? It's just too many games, right? I'm married, have a wife, have a kid. Like you guys, have a full-time job, an actual career, responsibilities, have to maintain and manage a house that I own, and then on top of that, try to run this YouTube channel. And I do make a lot of content, except the last 2 weeks I've been really slow on content because I've just had so much other stuff going on. However, whatchamacallit, what was I going to say? Finding time to play games is hard, especially when you have now done this. Like, there's just too much stuff and there's not enough time to play all these games, right? There's just not enough time to play all these games. So we're going to get a couple
like there's just too much stuff.
Go ahead and yeah, if you're calling in, you got to mute it on your other browser. All right, we got a couple guys here. It looks like here, let me see if I can do this. Hang on. Let's see if we can. So we got William Tinney's here. William, how are you, my friend?
What's up, Dubs? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't see you, though. No camera? You camera shy?
Camera shy, indeed. What is up, my man? It's nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you as well. I owe you some T-shirts. Everyone say hi to William Tinney. William Tinney's here.
What's up? I got a question, man. So I got the iiRcade, man. Loving it. Loving it to death. Loving it. Playing it with my son. We're playing Retromania like crazy. And I got a Ms. Pac-Man as well, an Arcade1Up Ms. Pac-Man. It's got the Dig Dug on there, and what else is on there? A couple other things, but waiting for to get the ALP pinball, man. What's the pros and cons for that, man?
Pros and cons for the AtGames Legends pinball?
Yes, that's I'm on the fence.
Well, in my opinion, out of all the commercial V-pins that are out there right now, between Well Played, Toy Shock, Arcade1Up and AtGames. I've said it a bunch. I'm not shy enough to say it. I think you get the most bang for your buck with the AtGames Legends Pinball, right? So you're going to get access to plenty of games. I mean, hell, even if you don't want to stream a PC or attach a PC to the thing to play PC pinball games, you have access to 149 tables between all the the Zaccaria game packs, the Tato game packs that are going to be released here in like just another week. Guys, can you believe the first batch of Tato games is coming out in a week? We're going to have Space Invaders and all that. And so that's a lot of pinball, man. That's a lot of pinball. And if you think about it, guys, it takes you a long time to master a pinball table. Anywhere from 20 to 200 hours. That's per table, right? So, when you have 149 tables, if you really wanted to master each game, that's going to set you for a long period of time. And then, of course, you can connect your PC. Some of the cons with the pinball is obviously they're always doing firmware updates, right? They're always trying to innovate, and they do these firmware updates so quickly that, it seems like since this over the last month or two, like they're trying to dial in like the haptic feedback and stuff like that has been, I would say, an annoyance, right? As a customer, that also annoys me. Like, oh, geez, now every time I turn on a game, I have to adjust the volume to get the haptics right and all that kind of stuff, right? I mean, firmware updates are great, but they also have their misses, right? Where if the firmware causes something else to go haywire, you know what I mean? Then it becomes stressful until the next firmware rolls out and fixes it.
Yeah, this is the last piece of the puzzle too. Like I said, I got my room is like, it's so limited for space. I have, the iiRcade is perfect. I fit that in a perfect spot. The Arcade1Up. So this is like the last piece of my arcade puzzle right here. So I want to make sure, you know what I mean? I just want to make sure it's the right. I need that pinball machine. So I just want to make sure, because there's not going to be another. I don't see myself selling this stuff in the future. My son loves this stuff. He's hooked on this stuff. So I just want to make sure it's the right piece for the right space, and that's it. So it's like, it's like, oh man, I don't know. I'm on the fence, and I know how great it is. I've listened to you 1,000 times, and the rest of you guys, who, by the way, you guys are awesome, by the way.
We appreciate that.
The best. But yeah, I mean, that's the question. I mean, it's just tough because it's just one more piece of the puzzle, and it's just, you know what I mean? I'm like sitting here and I'm like clenching my fist. I'm like, man, what do I need? And is it a great? Because you know what I'm worried about? I'm worried about if I go and buy this, and then let's say a couple months later, something better comes out. That's my worry.
Well, I don't think something better is going to come out in a couple of months. Like, I mean, this is it. Like, I don't think Arcade1Up is going to release new pinball machines until next year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, they might even announce them, and then we might not see them till middle or end of next year with how the world is going with production and things like that, right? The Toy Shock machines, the ones that they have, they've already said, hey, we're not going to do any kind of additional versions that have back glass and more enhanced features. So they're pretty much set in their ways. Well Played is kind of like they've gone radio silent. We don't even know if they're going to release another line of pinball machines, right? So, I mean, if you really want to have the best of the best virtual pinball experience, you're going to want to build your own, right? Build your own. Yeah, but from a consumer standpoint, in my opinion, the Legends Pinball is the way to go for right now. Rascal, Phil's Notebook are here, guys. Everyone say hi to Rascal and Phil's Notebook. And guys, you want to chime in here? Which one of the pinball machines is the best? William is nervous. He's on the fence about getting the Legends Pinball.
Legends Pinball is probably one of the best all around. I think, Dubs, you've said it and other people have said it. If you want to just buy a box to gut and purely mod, that would be an A1Up. If you want a device that has a lot of good in it straight out of the box and has mod capabilities, that's the Legends Pinball.
For me, it was I was deciding between the two at one point. What convinced me was the quality of AtGames just overcame Arcade1Up in a heartbeat. The 1080p screen, the bigger screen, and then loading more tables. That really the 1080p screen, the bigger screen. That's the reason why I went the AtGames table for me.
Yeah. Yeah, and guys, MCAP is here, Mike Caputo, and if you notice, look who he's sitting next to. Oh, look at that! Wait, hold on. You've earned
Plug.
full screen rights.
You got to
Look
plug
at
the
that.
merch. Plug the
Nice.
merch.
Plug the merch. And
Yeah,
you guys,
got a TARDIS T-shirt on. With that
oh, there you go. Phil's rocking the TARDIS t-shirt. This is awesome. We got a lot of people calling in, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Hang on, let me get my logo off of there because it sounds like we're going to have to add some more screens here any second. But guys, take a look at the two fellows sitting beneath me. This is MCAP and Rascal, and you guys might be familiar with these faces. These guys have a YouTube channel, and what is it called, Mike? What do you guys got going on?
Oh, it's the Basement Corner Arcade. We've been around for 2 weeks now, I think, so not too long. It's kind of growing. At first we're like maybe 3 shows a month, and we're already at 4 for 2 weeks. So yeah, we do a show pretty much every Tuesday, I think is what we're going to do. And then we decided, hey, I was going to do a chill and chat last Sunday. I was like, I know Kongs R Us, they do a chill and chat on Sunday. It was Father's Day. And then Rascal's like, hey, let's do a like pre-happy hour events. Let's do like a 6:15, and then we can kick off right into, the happy hour for AtGames. Like, that's a great idea. So we might keep that little spot there as well. Plug, 30 minutes, 45 minutes before happy hour starts.
Yeah. Guys, make sure you check them out. These guys are doing good work. I've enjoyed listening to their podcast. And as you guys know, I always support up-and-coming YouTubers on my channel because I used to be one as well. And in hell, I'm still one. I mean, I only have about 8,000 subscribers. I'm still what you consider a small footprint. So I'm always happy to promote and help other guys who are doing the same thing.
My show?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go.
Actually, no. I do a thing called Phil's Notebook. It's kind of like the old school late night shows, like Letterman, Carson, and all that. So that's where the humor comes from. My dog is my babysitter, and I just sit there and I do top 10 list and answer viewer mail. Basically, that's it. So,
Now, Phil, on your blogs, you're the blog that has the actual notebook paper on it on your website.
Yes, actually on my YouTube channel. Yeah.
Okay, I've seen that. That's cool.
Yeah, thank you.
And guys, we had another guy jump in. We have Jaster. What's going on, man?
Hey, fellas.
Welcome,
I'm wondering, the Tron tab, is it a unicorn, or is it really going to happen?
I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. I just maybe they're probably not going to announce it until like the holiday season. You know what I mean? I think that was a Randy's Records reveal that came out too soon, right? Like they weren't ready for that yet. So
You think that was a controlled leak with them?
what was that?
You think that was a controlled leak with Arcade1Up?
Well, I mean, some of the larger, like medium, like a lot of the YouTubers who actually cover this space, because I wouldn't consider myself a large YouTuber, but I cover this space, right? So myself and a number of guys who you probably see me work with in the past, we were all getting these random emails from this Arcade1Up Leaks Gmail address with that information on it. And, they just kept coming in every day. And it's like, yeah, there's some websites out there you could have gone to and kind of backtrace the email to see who was really sending that crap out. But I didn't feel personally invested enough to find out. I do feel personally, and this is just my personal opinion, that some of this stuff Arcade1Up knew or were leaking themselves, right? But maybe not all of it. So we'll see. Thanks, William, for coming in. William jumped out, guys. So, guys, why don't you guys answer Jaster's question about Tron? You guys think Arcade1Up's actually going to release that Tron cabinet?
Right after Killer Instinct.
Right. Exactly. Good call.
And along with the cabinet with Miss Pac-Man and Pac-Man in it.
That is indeed the unicorn.
Yeah.
Honestly, that would be the one I would buy. If I was going to buy another A1Up cab, I do have the 12-in-1, the original, by the way, Dubs. I put in the GRS LCD or LED trackball and the spinner. It actually breathed new life into that cab.
Now, were you able to get the spinner to actually work on the Atari Legacy cabinet?
Yes, I got the 12-in-1 board that he has that basically takes the 2 inputs from the trackball and the spinner and pumps it into the 1 input inside the A1U.
Okay, so yeah, I have I have that 12-in-1 with those mods in my garage. It's one of the many cabinets I had to move to my garage until I figure out what to do with it. So yeah, I'll probably gut those, pull those out, and stick them in that Atari Legacy cabinet because I do love that Tempest cabinet. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous piece of work that Arcade1Up put together. So we definitely want to put the best controls in. Hey, Jaster, I noticed behind you, you had what looked like a Terminator pinball machine. Am I correct?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
let's take a look at this. Let's go full
Nice.
screen. Jaster, tell people about your pinball machine. My jealousy knows no bounds.
I know, man. This is a 1992, completely refurbished from the Pinball Company at thepinballcompany.com. It was, I believe it was $6,000.
Oh,
But so I mean, you got to pay if you want to go real, dude.
Your camera went all wonky on us. It's all blurry.
Oh, did it?
Pay-per-view from 1995.
Yeah.
Watch
Well,
many
I'm in
wrestling
the
events
basement, so
like this.
maybe that's affecting the feed.
I feel like I'm watching the old Skinamax and stuff that we had blurred out.
Yeah,
late at night.
exactly.
Oh, he's back. You're back.
You know. Okay, let's go full screen again. All right, check it out. Very cool, man.
I
Guys,
don't have it on right now, but yeah, it works. It works great. I mean, if you're gonna have a real pinball, though, you gotta work on it. I've already put in a couple $100 into it, just getting it to work. Little things will go wonky. A target will go off, or a little thing will pop out somewhere that you have to get fixed. So you got to put some money into it, but it's worth it because it's nothing like the real thing, man.
Yeah, your camera doesn't like it when you get close. When you get close, it's Skynet's breaking in and is telling you just back up, bro.
Right there.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
There we
look at that! Whoa, look at that!
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now I had no idea when I did this live stream that I would see something like that. Go show that again, my friend.
I'm
And
sorry.
let's go
awesome.
slowly. Look
Hell,
at that.
yes.
Where did you get that at?
Come on,
Come on, camera.
fucking Skynet. That's amazing.
Jaster,
Wow.
where did you pick that up at?
That's Sideshow Collectibles. That was also about $6,000.
Oh, man, that's sweet looking.
$6,000 for that. Wow. Everyone in the live chat's loving it, Jaster. They all think it's pretty cool.
It's my pride and joy, man.
Looks like it.
I almost, although pinball has that replay factor, I almost want that statue more than the pinball machine. I just want to have that in my house. I'm gonna put a PDubs Arcade Loft t-shirt on him. That would be hilarious.
Right there you go.
Everyone says it's sweet. All right,
The
so
only way that I could beat that is if I got a Mandalorian holding the child. My wife would just lose it for that.
Hey,
Yeah.
you ready for?
Yeah. Amen.
You ready for this? I'm gonna show you.
Oh, here we go.
oh wait a minute. You know what they say about YouTube, guys? Like, in all honesty, do you know what YouTube is? It's literally show and tell. Like all these guys with their channels. You know what I mean? Like here's my Nintendo Wii collection. I got 140 games. You know what I mean?
Well, that is the
YouTube is just grown up show and tell. Let's go full screen on Phil's notebook. Let's see what he's got.
That is the replica of the Fourth Doctor sonic screwdriver from the prop maker of Doctor Who.
Nice.
That's very cool.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
500 made. That's like my pride and joy. So.
Hey, Phil, where are you located? I saw a Cubs hat back there.
You're gonna laugh. Florida.
Okay,
So-
well, I'm in the Chicagoland area, so like, are you local here? No, but there's Cub fans everywhere.
No,
I thought you were in Hollywood, Macklemore. What are you talking about?
wait,
I'm in the studio.
Growing up down, there was no baseball. Marlins weren't thought of, so I picked the Cubs in '84, and I suffered in 2016. So
I got to keep the basement corner arcade
That's
boys
right.
side by side, so I had to move them around.
This way.
Show and
Hold on.
tell for
Got
real. Boys with toys. All right, but one of the main things I did want to talk about is what games are we actually playing, right? So, how many of you guys actually own an iArcade machine? Not many.
Soon.
Okay, all right, but you guys all have AtGames.
yes,
Yes.
AtGames. Okay, so since I have a panel of AtGames folks here, and then we have Zohar is here, console
Whoa.
fan.
No,
Hey,
What's
guys.
going on?
I'm on. That's crazy.
What's going on?
Yeah, you are on. Guys, the legendary Zohar has made it to the show.
Yeah,
Everyone say
I-
hi to Zohar in the live chat. What
I am no
games are you So what games are you guys actually playing on either the Legends Ultimate Arcade Machine or the Legends Pinball or any of the other AtGames devices?
Sly.
What was that, Phil?
Sly Spy.
Sly Spy. Okay, so you're playing Sly Spy.
Discovered that and I fell in love with it, and I'm trying to conquer it right now. That's about it for me. That one, and I just got my AtGames Pinball, so I've been playing Combat a lot.
Very nice. And Jaster, what about you? What are you actually playing? What are you actually playing?
Well, to be honest, I'm mostly playing my Xbox.
Your Xbox?
Yeah, my son loved. We just got a second Extinction. Kick ass. It's basically World War Z but with dinosaurs. So he loves that. We've been playing that, but yeah, on the ALP, I play what's that one? Fire and Water or something like that.
Very cool.
That's a cool table, and the deluxe tables, I've been playing those since those came out. Looking forward to that Space Invaders Tato table.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Where did I get this Cobra Kai hat? I just ordered it off of, I think, Amazon. I just searched for a Cobra Kai hat and found it. So that's where you get it. Now, Rascal, what are you actually playing on your AtGames devices right now or recently?
Right now, on the ALP, of course, Class of 1812 and Genie for the Gottlieb tables this week. And doing a lot of OTG on it. FX3 probably gets at least a good hour a night on my ALP. Playing in Mike's tournaments, playing in Your Average Gamer's tournaments, and also doing a lot of the matchups. So basically almost every table gets play in FX3 for me. And then just pick up games via Pinball Emporium.
Okay. And I'm sorry, not Prince. Macklemore. What about you? What are you actually playing?
I was playing Class 1812 pretty much all day today, just so I get on the leaderboard. And I was trying to beat my personal best. I'm now up to 30 million, which is nothing compared to everybody else, but I'll take it. It's tough to do that. Genie, I'm not a fan of Genie as much as everybody else is. Those old games, and just the drain's too big, and it's going right down the middle every single time. I was like, I don't have time for this. Safe Cracker just started a quick 3-day tournament in FX3, and Safe Cracker is the table this time. Myself and UAG are going to do a collaboration this week and try to get at least 50 guys into that tournament, or gals, if you do play. Otherwise, iiRcade, some Bomb Squad. Now that we have some multiplayer, I got to get some tickets so I can have a custom handle instead of iiRcade 7532. And then Retro Mania as well. I've been playing that way too much. I'm ready for the Blue World Order Arena and that update that's going to be coming to give us some fixes and ads and things like that. So I'm ready.
Nice. Apparently, our live chat right now is getting
You're getting hacked.
Oh, look at this. No, we're not hacked. We're just we're getting spam attacked right now.
Oh, boy.
This is the first time this has ever happened on any of my live streams, but we're blocking folks, and of course Brad and all that. Look at this. I'm getting my prostate. What is going on here?
Guy Fury.
Oh my
What?
God. Who are these
Yeah.
people?
I don't know. Why are they ruining such a good stream? That's ridiculous.
There's like
Zohar,
4 different
you
guys
you
here. Yes. What's
I
up?
know you have the Legends Gamer Pro and access to a whole bunch of sauce for dipping and all that stuff. So why don't you tell us what are you playing on that actual system?
I've been playing Pac-Man for hours and hours and hours and hours. I'm just kidding. No, not much. The iiRcade is very it's too expensive, so I would play games on my Midway Legacy cab, but the controls suck on that, as every OneUp owner knows. So I'm playing I just beat Ratchet & Clank on PS5, and then Xbox Series X, I'm playing Battlefield to practice for the next Battlefield game that's coming out in October. So it's a lot of next-gen games, not retro games really, because, OneUp sucks so bad. But you know what? To Die For is making me an MK cabinet, and shout out to Die For to Bobby Boo. And once I get that, I'm done. I'm done with OneUp. I'm not gonna get any more products, because once you go to Die For, you cannot go back. So
Yeah.
the guy
Until iiRcade drops MK4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
and
11.
that's another story. Yeah. Another story. But yeah, I'm
Now,
playing everything.
That's awesome, guys. So what have I been playing on? I actually haven't really touched my Legends Ultimate arcade machines or my Gamer Pro devices. I've been spending a lot of time over the last few days playing the AtGames Legends pinball machine, and the reason why is I'm a little late to the party, but I will be putting out my review of these Zakaria Deluxe tables. So guys, keep your eyes on my channel. I'll have a nice video coming out here. I think hopefully tomorrow, if I can finish editing it late tonight with my thoughts on those tables. We do, of course. What is going on in this live chat?
Yeah.
The name keeps
I
changing
cursed
too.
it. PDubs.
Yeah.
I think I cursed it because I went on live with you, and I think I cursed the whole show.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Look at this. Here's another one. Oh my god. All right, that's just I might have to just turn off the chat for this show. Ridiculous. Look at this. Who is this guy?
What if it is because I'm on? Because I have so many haters. What if it's because
No.
I'm on the show?
I wasn't going to say anything, Zohar, but this didn't happen until you came on.
Yeah.
Exactly. PDubs, maybe I should go.
Maybe it's my ex-wife.
All right, well, like our YouTube channel isn't hacked. So the channel's not hacked. It's just someone keeps going in, and it's probably multiple people with the speed they're coming in and putting in these fake, or actually, yeah, it could be bots as well. They're just doing like these bot live stream attacks because it's freaking ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, guys, let's continue on. So, what were we talking about? We were talking about what games we were playing, right? So when it comes to the, oh my God, I have more arcade machines than you. What the hell?
Could it be Mikey B?
Dude, it has to be. It has to be. There's no other explanation. It has to be. It's because I'm on.
Yeah. God, what a way to wreck the show. All right, moderators, Kevin, Brad, you guys are doing a good job. I've also been blocking them as I've been seeing them come in. It's just getting ridiculous. God, what? I know, right? RB, what is this garbage? And obviously by us addressing it, they keep doing it, right? Because we're giving them the attention that they're looking for. So, yeah. All right. So, sorry about that, guys. Now I'm completely lost as to what we were talking about. Oh, yeah, we were talking about games. So, over on the
games.
What was that?
Yeah, we were talking about games.
Yeah. Yeah. So when it comes to Arcade1Up, how many of you guys own Arcade1Up devices? Anybody?
Just one.
Just one? Okay. So when it comes to, I have all these Arcade1Up machines, but the one machine that I'm still playing right now is actually their Marvel pinball machine. So I've been enjoying playing the X-Men pinball game on there, as well as the Wolverine pinball game on there. It's good to turn on like when you're on your lunch break. Fire it up, play a quick couple of games, turn it off, that kind of stuff. And it's been, considering that their machines aren't that great, the Marvel pinball machine, in my opinion, is it's better. It doesn't have as many issues as Attack from Mars, but it's still, it's still fun. I still go back to it, right? Even though I have the AtGames Legends pinball. But what about you guys? What are you guys? Oh my God, what are you guys? Putting, or what kind of Arcade1Up games or machines are you guys playing right now?
Well, Phil, you said you've got one, right?
Yeah, I have the Super Pac-Man one, which I love that. I think it's the best looking Pac-Man cabinet of them all. I also have the Star Wars, and I have the Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one, and I love all three of them. I actually rotate what day that I play them. It's sad, I know, but like Monday I'm in there playing Pac-Man. Next day, Tuesday I'm in there playing Star Wars. So I kind of rotated, give a little love to each table. I just sold my 12-in-1 Atari one, the original generation one.
That's the one I modified this weekend.
Yeah, which is a great cabinet, but someone offered me the money, and then I went and got a Legends Ultimate with it. So
it's funny, that thing is actually going for a lot of money lately.
Yeah.
I've seen people. I mean, I got mine for $300 on a sale for 2 Christmases ago, and people are paying $450 for that cab easily.
Mm-hmm.
Easily. But no, those 3 cabinets are my babies right now. I'm actually looking forward to the Miss Pac-Man Galaga 1981 class of 81.
Yes, the class of 81. Yeah,
that's a beautiful cabinet. I think that's where they should go next with that at least.
that's the blue cab, isn't it? Or no?
Well, the new one that's about ready to come out in August is the
okay.
one cabinet. So.
All right, sorry guys. I think let's see what happens here. If you guys refresh your browsers, hopefully, I don't know if the killing the live chat is actually going to go through. So we'll see if it actually goes through. Absolutely ridiculous.
What do you think it is, PDubs? Like, why is this happening?
People. Okay, cool. I killed the chat. Boom.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's dead.
Done.
Yeah,
It's done.
Yeah.
Guys, go find something better to do with your lives than attacking live streams, podcast shows, all that kind of stuff. Absolutely ruins the broadcast. And we all have more important things to do in our lives than read your stupid crap that you write in people's live chats. Absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah. All right. Looks like the live chat's been killed. Sorry, guys. All right. So let's continue on. So, we were talking about AtGames still or Arcade1Up?
OneUp.
Yeah.
What cabinets are we playing?
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I personally have been playing them less and less lately. You know what I mean? And I keep shuffling them more and more to the garage. You know what I mean? Like, but the ones that I really like the Star Wars and the Golden Tee, you know, those are still in my house. Those aren't going anywhere. You know what I mean? And I don't see myself ever getting rid of those. I really enjoy those cabinets as well. So, which is all pretty cool.
Yeah. And I gotta say that the 12-in-1, the highlights on that are Tempest, Missile Command, let's see, Centipede, and oddly enough, Asteroids, because you can actually play it the real way with buttons versus joystick.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does anybody here think there's any possibility that we could get a real vector graphics monitor arcade cabinet? Is it in the realm of possibility?
Would you guys be interested in something like that?
Heck
Not
yeah,
sure.
dude.
I mean, well, I'm pretty sure a lot of that's already in the sauce. I've seen several of the Vectrix games and things like that available.
Mhm.
So, but I mean, a true vector-based, yeah, especially if you're able to get the controls on it. I mean,
Right.
Battle Zone with the right controls.
What I'm talking about, dude. Battle
Exactly.
Zone.
Yeah.
Battle Zone.
Yeah.
Red Baron.
Red Baron. Yes, that's my number 2 on that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But a lot of those games are on the Legends Ultimate right now.
Yeah, but they're
Some
all
are.
pixelated. I mean, you can look past it and say, yeah, but it's still the game. Yeah, but I got a memory of the vector graphics and how cool and clean they were, you know? I would love to have that in here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jaster, did you own a Virtual Boy? Come on, talk to me.
No, you know, I was following that because at the time, they were Nintendo and Sega were both pursuing VR HMD headsets.
Yep.
And but then they discovered that people were getting sick and they didn't want to deal with lawsuits, so Nintendo scrapped the whole thing and did what they could and made this Virtual Boy, and Sega just got out of the game altogether.
Yeah, because I mean,
no,
besides
I
the
didn't get
Vectrix,
it.
that was the only way you could do vector-based at home.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Were those? Was that a vector-based headset? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh.
Yeah, I was never really like those aren't my like go-to games. So like even if Arcade1Up made that cabinet, like it probably wouldn't interest me. You know, that was a little bit before my time. If I'm gonna play them, I'll just play them on like these guys said, probably on one of the AtGames devices because you know we have the sauce, right? We have the sauce. So.
Yep.
What about you, Zohar? You like those old games, the Vectrix games? Are those for you?
My big brother had a Vectrix, and we had just like one game. It was
Nice.
just Asteroid. But I remember
I wanted that so bad.
Yeah, I remember seeing the trail like behind the ship. I'm like at like 6, 7 years old, thinking, "Wow, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen." But now it's like I feel nothing. I don't care. I'm slowly becoming like a multi-cade person. Like after getting the MVSX and then getting the Legend Gamer Pro on sale, I'm like slowly becoming like a multi-cade person. I don't want to buy any more, cabs that have 3 games in it or even 12. And people are like, "Oh, 12 is such a big deal. 12 in 1," but it's 12. You're comparing it to 50 on MVSX and 1600 on CoinOps X. So it's like I'm like
this one here,
completely changing.
This one here has 77,000.
Really?
77,000.
Now, Jaster, you have 77,000 games on that machine.
Sorry. This is the Extreme Home Arcades, which is made here in northern Wisconsin. 77,000 games.
Insane.
Yeah, but you play like 10, right? 10
Is that a Terminator skull? Is that another Terminator there?
Oh yeah, this is just a loot crate thing.
Ah, okay, nice.
But yeah, it's a Terminator cabinet. Terminator and Alien. Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. Hang on one second.
Nice aim track gun on there as well.
So you got to have some money to burn to get something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if I could ever have 77,000 games. 77,000. That's a lot.
1,700 is intimidating.
Cabinet ever.
Yeah. Yeah, like a lot of these builds that have like 1,000 to 2,000 games, it seems to be like what I shoot for, because I know I might play maybe 100 or 200 of those games, right? Like maybe 10%. 77,000 though. Oh my goodness, that's huge, man.
Well, I'm enjoying going back and replaying my old favorites from 3DO.
Oh yeah.
Those are on there.
Yep.
Like Space Hulk,
Yeah.
Hey, PDubs, do you think that Arcade1Up was kind of there with their pinball, the series of pinball tables? Do you think it was a failure, or it was just a slight whole thing?
Well, every time they go up for order, they sell out. Would you consider that a failure? People are still buying them, right?
Yeah.
I think I think some of the folks who are tinkerers in the community who want a little bit more out of a virtual pinball machine had our expectations too high. But then again, it was also touted very prominently, right? Like Zen Studios would make statements such as, "We're bridging the gap between real pinball and virtual pinball." And those machines do not bridge the gap between real pinball and virtual pinball, right? Like they said whatever they could to hype the product and show the product off. And then it comes out and they're good for what they are, but are they amazing? No. You know what I mean? So are they a failure? No, because they're selling like hotcakes, right? They're going to keep building more and releasing more.
I always wonder, did they know AtGames was coming around the bend? It was just going to smoke them. Did they know that ahead of time? And did they just go forward anyway?
Well, in my opinion, I think both companies knew each other were developing pinball games, right? Or pinball machines. But if you guys remember, during the whole pinball, remember like 2020, the year of digital pinball that didn't happen? You guys remember? Where it was hyped up all year. Like each company kept all the information close to their vest, right? They didn't want to reveal, what chip they're using or things like that, right? Like, or what main features are going to be included until they all waited until it was very close to release day, right? Like they kept it as secret as possible in order to, because, if you think about it, if you went out there day one and said, "We're going to have all this stuff and this is the final product that you're going to see." Like even when AtGames announced their pinball machine, they only gave out like 10 or 12 specs, right? Yeah. And it wasn't until later on we found out everything else included. So, I mean, from a competitive standpoint, I think they kept it as hush-hush as they could until they had to release information. And then I'm sure each other was kind of shocked at what each other ended up what the final product was, right? So what do you guys think?
I don't know.
I got
just
nothing on
want to
that.
show you. I just want to give you a tour of my toys. That's why I'm really here.
It's all about showing off, right, Patrick?
And here I am on a static camera. Darn it.
So sell me on that MVSX, Zohar.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so first let's start with, I don't know if you can see my samurai swords.
Oh, nice.
I got, I don't know if you can see Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, my Switch. Oh, and I got this too.
Nice. Super
Pro
Console X.
Yeah, that one. My baby right here. Is only $100. I don't know if you can see. Let's see. My Mortal Kombat stuff. Oh, Cool Toy gave me that. That pixel frame. Cool Toy gave me that. Amazing.
That's cool.
Let's see more stuff. Oh, I'm also a Funko Pop nerd. all the Back to the Future stuff. All the NECA stuff. The Hot Toy stuff. And then my real baby is this one.
Yeah, you like the MVSX?
I love it. Yeah, and that was that was a great idea, but PDubs had that on, so I got it.
Oh, the noodle topper. Can you guys believe that that's a noodle topper? You put it on top of the noodles when they're steaming after you take them out of the microwave. And we got our Super Gamer News shirt. Very nice. We do come up with some ridiculous T-shirts, that's for sure.
Oh, and then of course
the best.
Oculus Quest.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Anyway,
hey, speaking of VR, VR, Meatball hit me up in Discord. He said he's interested to know if anyone has played the Warzone VR game.
I have not. I'm just getting into VR. I've only played like 6 or 7 games. So what is that game about? Is it a first-person shooter or what is it?
I have no idea what it is. He was just asking me about it. He said the original ROM comes with it, he believes.
PDubs, you got to get Super Hot VR. You got it.
Yeah, Super Hot.
That game
Everyone.
Super Hot is great.
Yeah, everyone keeps telling me that.
The players don't move unless you move. So if you move slowly, they move slowly. If you move fast, they move fast. It's very matrixy.
It's very Matrix bullet time, yeah.
Yeah, it's all about bullet time. You would love it, I promise. And I'll PayPal you if it sucks.
We'll give you a refund.
I'll give you a personal refund.
Yeah.
You go over there and massage his feet for him for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So out of all the machines, all the devices you have, all the consoles, all the arcades, what is your absolute favorite to play? What is your today I'm playing video games and you gravitate towards this one device? It could be a console, an arcade machine. What do you guys think?
Pinball.
I gotta say right now it's Legends Pinball. That's basically my Legends Ultimate is getting attention a couple times a week. It's kind of my side chick right now. But the Legends Pinball is my main squeeze.
Legends Pinball is your main squeeze?
Yep.
Okay. And what about you, Jaster? We'll kind of go counterclockwise from Rascal. What is your number one?
My number one machine is my T2.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I don't blame you.
Right there. Other than that, I got to say a lot of this stuff is nostalgia based. It's for my boy, for when he has his friends over, But for me personally, it's the T2 and the Xbox.
There you go. And Phil, what about you? What's your go-to for gaming right now?
Right now, it's the Pinball Legends for me. I just got it 2 weeks ago, and I'm just obsessed with it right now. I think that thing is almost perfection for video pinball. You can do almost anything with it. You can download games on it. It's the best thing out there right now when it comes to that.
Yeah. And Zohar, what about you? What's your go-to?
It's a three-way tie between
a three-way tie.
Three-way.
Xbox, PlayStation, and the coin op I don't even call it Legend Gamer. I just call it Corner.
A lot of people do. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So Zohar, are you booting yours straight into CoinOps with the new firmware?
Well, I have a USB that connects to the dongle. I don't know whatever that is.
Okay, because there's a feature in the recent firmware where you can actually, when you boot it up, go straight into CoinOps. You don't have to choose it.
Are you serious? Please message
As a heart attack, bro. Yep.
That's like a game changer. That's cool because I hate signing in and then going to that folder and all that. So
yeah,
So
no,
that's
you don't
what
have to
the
go to
5.0
the App Store X or anything. You just tell it to launch a application, and CoinOps X is one of the pre-installed apps it'll choose, and boom, as soon as you power on, goes right into it.
wow. Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
And what about you, Mike? MCAP?
Yeah, it's definitely the Legends Pinball is the main course. I'd say aside is the iiRcade. It's still new to me in Retromania. And now Bomb Squad. I'm ready to blow up Keon, but he seems to be a good player out there.
Yeah, so for me, actually, the device I'm playing the most in my house would be, number one would be actually the iiRcade. I've been playing that a ton because they've been adding a lot of cool stuff. Retromania Wrestling, I've been playing frequently. In the Hunt, some other games like that. So yeah, I've been actually touching my iiRcade the most. Before the iiRcade, before some of the more recent games got launched, it was all about the AtGames Legends Pinball, right? It's like once you get a new toy, you kind of become obsessed with it, right? So it was nice though. I have played the Legends Pinball a bunch this weekend, especially because I was filming the review video for that stuff. And all that stuff. And then when it comes to my consoles, I'm actually playing my Nintendo Switch a lot more than my Xbox Series X. I think I'm just waiting for some really good Series X games to come out. Like, I was pretty excited about the Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance game that just came out. And it's on Game Pass, so if you have Game Pass, you can download it, try it out. I played the tutorial, and the tutorial was like kind of cheesy and hokey, and I was like, oh man, is this as good as it's going to get? But I need to actually get into the game. Like, I've only gotten so far as to play the tutorial, so hopefully we can.
My boy and I played it a little bit the other day. It seems pretty fun. They don't have split screen yet. That's still coming. So I got to watch him play it most.
Yeah, so we got a question here. Juan, he's asked this a couple times. He says, how does your BitPixel stay on when your arcade is off? So it's plugged in. It's plugged into a power outlet. And as long as there's power to that power outlet, it should still power on your BitPixel. So as long as you keep it plugged in and it's receiving power, it should stay on, you know? What about you guys? All have BitPixel marquees as well, right? Same thing.
Yes. Right? The only thing is, if for some reason the SD card inside there, the micro SD, gets corrupted, then that does not happen anymore. You would have to go ahead and actually restore that micro SD. You could get it off of Al's website. But I have seen that if that gets corrupted, then it will not do that on power on. It'll just go blank.
So do you still have yours plugged into the wall, Juan? Here we are. We're all doing customer support right now. Do you have it all? Do you have it all? Is it plugged in? I mean, if it's plugged in, it should stay on, and it should just
plug it for 60 seconds and then plug it back in.
There you go. Phil says unplug it for 60 seconds and try it again. So we Brickrod, guys. Brickrod on YouTube asks us, are we excited about Halo Infinite? Anyone here Halo players?
I am, totally. My son and I have played through that whole series several times. Very excited.
Anyone else excited for that game?
I don't own anything that I could play it on. So, yeah, but I might purchase, another Xbox just for that.
Shotgun Sean says you can't wait for Halo. Here's a good one. I have this on my Xbox One or Xbox Series X. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered. Love this game. Loved it when it was originally out back in the day. I have this played on the Series X. I got up to out of 20 levels, I got up to level 12 or something. And I remember on the old system that it was on, I got up to level 20 most wanted, right? I played this a ton when this came out a few months ago, and then I moved on to other things, right? Like I wanted to get to level 20 again. You want to get to most wanted. But no, it didn't happen on that one. So, but yeah, it's really cool. I should go back and play that. That's such a fun game.
That's actually on my wish list for the Nintendo Switch. That I would pick that up on there.
I actually made a video. It's on my YouTube channel somewhere where I did like my top 10 crashes in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered. And I put this video up, like that was shortly after the game came out, and I only got like 200 views on the video. Like no one cared, right? Because I have a retro gaming channel, right? I have a retro gaming channel. So whenever I post anything that's modern gaming or something, people are like, well, what's this guy doing? Forget this guy. He's supposed to be talking about. We just want you to talk about Pac-Man, PDubs. That's all we want.
What I like is that that Burnout Paradise. That is a great game. That just the racing, the crashing, everything. Is great. That beautiful game.
Yes.
I feel like
Dylan says. What was that? Go ahead.
I feel like Michael B, because I know you guys can't hear me because my mic sucks so badly. So I'm just going to raise my hand every time I want to say something.
No cat dropping.
But I have an announcement. I have a huge announcement.
Huge announcement?
Huge announcement.
Huge.
Here we go. I just went from 65 subs to 66 subs. So thank you to everyone out there for the support.
Zohar's got his +1 to the wedding this weekend, that's for sure. Huge. Yeah. And by the way, guys, if you're interested, if you've never played Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, it's on Game Pass now on Xbox. So go check it out. It's actually, there have been so many Need for Speed games, but it's probably one of the best ones, in my opinion. One of the best. It's so much fun, especially the Hot Pursuit, where you have to bust each other. I love playing as a cop. I love busting people. I don't know about you guys. I love busting other racers. That's my favorite. So, all right, let's see what else we got going on here in the live chat. Live chat's back, which is nice. Hopefully
is anyone excited for Metroid Dread for Switch?
Heck yes.
Yeah. That's the game that I want. And then Forza 5. I saw the graphics of Forza 5 on Xbox. I couldn't believe it. It looked like actual photos, like screenshot photos of the environment. So those two games, I'm like, I can't wait.
4 was pretty good.
Yeah, I did pre-order Metroid Dread, so I'm interested in checking that out. So looks interesting, Looks interesting. Hopefully it'll be good. I mean, they didn't show a whole ton of stuff when it got revealed, that trailer just kind of shows a few more cinematic stuff and then like quick flashes of the side-scrolling action. You know what I mean? So we'll have to see. I'm hoping it's good. I don't, I mean, it's Metroid, right? It can't suck, can it?
Hey, Jaster, when the chat was off, we had a shout out offline about that They Live t-shirt. Came from one of our guest hosts, Antisocial Hero. I wanted to give you a shout out for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you're whatchamacallit, if you're here to kick ass and chew bubble gum and you're all out of bubble gum. I love They Live with Roddy Piper and all that. And what's the best part about that movie is the one part of the movie that doesn't make sense, right? Is the two main characters, Roddy Piper and I forget the actor's name. That's it. When they get into the fight in the middle of the street or in the middle of the movie, and it's literally like a 15-minute fist fight. You know what I mean?
No, that's what's cool about it.
It just goes on and on. And
I know,
on.
I love it. Just when you think, okay, well, they're done now. Then the other guy just barrels into the other one and starts following. I love it.
And then somehow, by some magical way, they still had enough energy to go, invade the, what was it? Like they went through the portal to get to the alien spaceship base or wherever it was. And then, of course, the shock ending, right? Which, I'm sure everyone has seen it, right?
Don't forget the big South Park scene for scene remake.
I mean, yeah. That fist fight was probably the original Peter Griffin versus the chicken fist.
It has
fight.
to be.
Like in all honesty,
Yeah,
that must have inspired that. But Mad Dads is here, guys. Everyone say hi to Mad Dads.
Hey, Mad Dads.
Hi, Mad Dad.
but it's such a good movie. Like it still holds up to this day. You could still watch it.
It's
And still
on 4K though. They just released it on 4K.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. That and Prince of Darkness also came out.
What else? We got?
When they live, but.
So did Tammy and the T-Rex. So there you go.
Now we do have what else? Getting back on track here for the Nintendo Switch. I just got that Mario Golf Super Rush, and I
bought that today.
I did a quick 30-minute live stream Friday where I just tested the game out, played a couple of holes just to see what it was like, and do a live stream on the Game Room Dudes channel. But then yesterday I actually got to sit down and play for a few hours, and tons of fun. I actually think it's really good. People are like, oh, it doesn't do everything that PGA Golf Tour does. Well, it's Mario. like what are you expecting a Tiger Woods golf experience? It's a game made for kids, right? Like they didn't want to make it overly complicated or things like that. I'm enjoying it. I think it's good. I would recommend Mario Golf Super Rush. What about you guys? Have you tried it?
If it's anything like Hot Shots, then I'm in.
I haven't tried it yet, Dubs.
I think
I'm going to get that this week.
I was going to get it, and then I saw Chris's review from Twisted Gaming TV. I don't know if you guys know him, but he did a review of it, and he says it sucked. So I'm not getting it.
I bought it today. I played it for 20 minutes. So far, so good.
Oh, so it is good? Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a middle-of-the-road review so far. It's either hot or cold is what you're getting on that game. And it all depends on what your expectation is.
Yeah.
If you've played the 3DS versions and things like that, this is a natural progression, and it kicks butt. But if you're, like you said, Dubs, looking for Tiger Woods PGA quality stuff, it's not there. Go back and play that on the old original Xbox if you want that.
We got a $5 super chat from Anti-Social Hero just for the Tammy and the T-Rex shout out. Our rated cut is so good and bad. Thanks so much for the thanks so much for the super chat.
That PDubs.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying they like Hot Shots, which is really cool. Our RB says Mario Tennis on Switch is biblical. So
it is. I don't like it if you use it in Joy-Con swing mode, but in normal mode, I did a lot of ladders on that online. It was a fun time.
Meatball Saucy brought up a great question here. So we have our AtGames Legends pinball machines with that sweet vertical screen. How about we get a good bowling game rolling on there? That would be really cool. Also, I just saw someone had posted something on one of the Facebook fan pages where they were playing a game. It was oh god, what is it? Oh my god, I'm totally forgetting it now. You roll the ball, it goes in the holes. It's at the carnivals, every carnival. What the hell's the name of the game?
Skee-ball?
No, not T-ball.
Skee-ball.
Skee-ball.
Skee-ball. Yeah, the Chuck E. Cheese games. Yeah.
So a guy was playing it with the trackball. Sorry guys, my brain's fried because that really upset me earlier. Kind of took the wind out of my sails for tonight's show. But yeah, skee-ball. He was playing a skee-ball game on the Legends Pinball using the trackball and stuff, and it looked really, really cool. So yeah, more of that. More of that stuff, right? So, but bowling would be great too.
Yeah.
Agreed. A bunch of us were thinking about buying the the PBA bowling on Steam since they have everything on sale. And we're like, well, was it going to work? And I saw a video once upon a time. Someone was playing on their ALU via OTG. But if it doesn't go vert mode, then it's not going to be great.
Yeah. I really appreciate the support, guys. This is why I love the dudes who actually support the channel, watch the channel, is, bad stuff happens and they're like, let's just move forward, brother. Let's move forward. It's not how hard you get knocked down. It's what you can keep moving forward. You gotta get up and keep moving forward, right? That's my horrible Sylvester Stallone impersonation. So. Well, I know, guys, it's getting pretty late. Are there any final thoughts, questions you guys wanted to bring up for the community, or anyone in the live chat? Go ahead and throw it in the live chat. Any final thoughts or questions? What are you guys thinking about this world of arcade and video gaming? What else is going on? Don't be shy.
It changes by the day. It really does. It's insane.
we live in a good time, don't we?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the mini to show up. The AtGames Legends Ultimate Mini.
Zohar,
that'll be the next big one.
Zohar's twin gave us a $2 super chat so badly. Yeah, I think we live in a great time. I mean, we're spoiled rotten. I mean, look at all this crap behind me. Look at all this stuff that everyone has in their game rooms, and we keep buying more and more stuff, right? So eventually, all of us are going to have a Mrs. Game Genie kind of taking away the credit cards very soon, right?
Yes.
Oh man, that was harsh. That was hilarious, though.
That was a great show.
Yeah.
I think
Laura
we can
was
all
awesome.
relate with poor Michael B. just sitting there taking his lumps.
And she was having an adult beverage at the same time. So
So
The nostalgia just piling on. That's good YouTube.
go ahead, Zohar.
By the way, speaking of that show, my deepest apologies to Michael B. I was 100% joking when I was like acting a fool on that show. I was totally joking. So I don't know if anyone saw the.
I don't even remember what you said, dude.
I was being a creep. I was being such a creep. I was disgusting myself when I was reading it back. I was like, "What the hell?"
Zohar, were you hitting on Laura that night? Is that what happened?
I think I hit on everyone. I'm hitting on everyone.
Yeah, she.
he was creeping on her.
Michael B. If
Yeah.
you're listening, I'm sorry. I'm only joking, Michael.
Yeah, she. I think that made her a little uncomfortable, Zohar. So,
I know.
but
It made me
you did send him a message after the show, told him you were just teasing, and so it's all good now.
Yeah.
Rainwater Games gave us a $2 super chat. Said Zohar's on camera and still super chatting. That's so funny. Kongs Are Us $5 super chat. Shout out to PDubs for always supporting the retro arcade content creators and community. Retro Angels coming soon. I was telling him we need to have all of our wives do a podcast and call it the Retro Angels, as long as I get to be Charlie and host that show. So hopefully we can make that happen. Also, what was I going to tell you guys? Yeah, so the episode of Super Game Room Dudes with having Mike's wife on, I was a little nervous. I was like, how's this going to go over well? Because she doesn't like the arcades, right? And it ended up being, I mean, I was there live, right? I experienced it, but usually when we're doing these shows, like I'm doing 10 things at once, right? So sometimes there's a lot of stuff I miss that when I go back and I watch the replay, I'm like, oh, somebody said that, I missed that joke or whatever. And I actually thought the show was hilarious. Like I thought it was so funny.
It was
watching the
awkward, but
replay.
hilarious.
Yeah, awkwardly funny.
Yeah,
And-
that was great.
And her dropping the F bomb right before we went off air.
Yeah,
was,
the last clip. Yeah.
That's
I like
awesome.
when you played Alyssa Milano and we saw.
Oh, that collage was amazing.
yeah,
in front
but
of his wife. That was hilarious. Alyssa Milano. That was a good time.
yeah, I do try to. So what we try to do, we have all these different podcast shows, right? Like, and back in the day, like over a year ago, like 3 shows started at the same time, right? You had the Tech Buzz. So what happened is, I started a podcast called the Loft Report, but it was just an audio only podcast. I don't know if you guys followed me long enough to remember. So it was an audio only podcast. I started, and then I think the week after, the same week, the Tech Buzz started doing their Retro Buzz podcast, right? And then about 2 or 3 weeks after that, the OneUp Weekly started. And then because everyone else was doing vodcasts and I was doing Quiet Dogs, because everyone else was doing vodcasts and I was doing a podcast, I was like, well, I should probably turn on the video camera. You know what I mean? So I turned the Loft Report into a video podcast. But now there's so many, right? There's so many. And what's really cool is I like the fact that there's so many. You know what I mean? I love seeing all these guys on air talking about retro games. It gets me excited. Look at the Basement Corner Arcade Show. These guys below us, they're doing a pretty good job. Kongs Are Us always puts on a good show. Your Average Gamer, Rainwater Games, Up and Comers. You know what I mean? So
You're the OG, Patrick, and you're responsible for all of this.
Yeah, right.
yeah. And then
'Cause I didn't know this stuff was available, until I started watching you. I was like, oh, I got to get me some of that.
and then sure enough, what was I going to say is, You know, we have like even before we went live tonight, I was watching 19K Fox. I was just sitting there listening to him talking about, because he was doing a little live stream show earlier today as well. So there's always somebody on air talking about retro games, and it wasn't like that a couple of years ago, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, you
home arcades a couple of years ago. This is
right.
pretty new.
It was
So,
just the angry video game nerd, Jason. That was it.
Do you guys think if we didn't have a pandemic, it wouldn't have blown up as big as it is?
I think that's a good point. And well, for starters, like, I never would have made as many YouTube videos as I did in a year and a half if it wasn't for COVID. You know what I mean? Because I've been working from home. I turn off my work computer at 5 o'clock, start filming videos. You know what I mean? Like, there were some weeks there, guys, I was putting out a video a day. Now, I have slowed down recently, but I mean, crazy. Like, I did 300 videos in a year. Think about it. That's a lot of YouTube videos. You know what I mean? That's a lot. And of course, because we're all home looking for something to do, we're all buying these products left and right? So I think COVID was probably really good for the arcade, the in-home arcade business. You know what I mean?
It was good for a lot of gaming business. Was it Nintendo Switch?
The Switch,
When
yeah.
COVID first came out, oddly enough, people were buying hand sanitizer and things like that. I went to get the Animal Crossing New Horizons Switch. So that's a totally different line. The guy at Target let me buy as many as I wanted. So a lot of my friends ended up getting them that couldn't get them.
You couldn't get a console during the whole lockdown. You couldn't find a PlayStation or an Xbox or a Switch.
Anything. I sold my Gen 1 Switch on eBay just to get rid of it. People were offering me more than retail for a used Gen 1 Switch. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's been almost a year and you still can't get a PS5 or an Xbox.
True.
I still don't have a PS5
That's
Me
insane.
neither.
Yeah,
I go every couple of days and I just check around all the sites. Well, it's a waste of time. But
I will probably wait till next year. I have no desire to get one right now. I'm too busy playing, the AtGames stuff and the Arcade1Up stuff. And why not? And I still got my PS4 and my Xbox. I'm good. So,
A lot of people are always asking, like, hey, what's the best OTG machine or what's the best GPU? And it's like, you might as well buy a whole computer because you're going to get the rest of the parts for $200, what you're going to pay for that video card.
Yeah.
Walter here. I got a Switch during lockdown at Walmart. If you were under lockdown, maybe he just means, how did you get there if you were under lockdown? I don't understand. Did he break into the store and grab what was in behind the case?
the commando mission, yes.
Look at this Rubicon. Everyone's blaming me. The only reason, COVID and PDubs, the only reason I now own an AtGames Legends Ultimate Pinball. Well, for those of you who have been hanging around for a while, let me give you guys some channel updates and some news. So for starters, people have been asking me, hey, PDubs, when is that Build Your Own Legends contest going to start again? So it is going to start again, and it looks like it's going to start in exactly probably about a month from today. So we're getting everything prepared, getting everything ready. So if you're interested in participating in the Build Your Own Legends contest, which I'll be hosting on my channel, doing all the live stream broadcasts, start thinking of what your Legend Connect mod project is going to be. Start preparing yourself, and all the details will be coming out because we want to give people time to submit, say, hey, I want to get in on the contest, all that kind of stuff. So the Build Your Own Legends contest is going to be starting in about a month. I'll also be doing a members-only live stream. I wasn't able to do it last week. I'm hoping I can do it this week. If you're a member of the channel, you'll definitely know. You'll get the push notification. Got some giveaways we want to give back to those who have supported us the most. So we definitely want to do that. Also, I have review videos coming out this week. Let's check this out. So if you guys want to know what's behind the curtain here, so we're going to have our AtGames Legends Pinball, the Zakaria Deluxe Tables review should be coming out hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to do a retro randoms where we're going to be doing another Tales from the Crypt collectible, which we'll be talking about. You guys like Tales from the Crypt?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yep. No one watches those videos on my channel, but I'm still going to make them anyway because I like it. iiRcade is all about having people do reviews of the games on the system. So I filmed. I just need to edit. And I already got my thumbnail ready, so I have a review video coming out for Reventure on the iiRcade. So we're going to check that game out. Cool. I wanted to try something that wasn't like obvious, right? Like, if you look at all the games on the iiRcade, like the games that are in the top 20. You know what I mean? Like, why review those? Everyone's going to buy them anyway, right? Out of the 200 games, this game is ranked number 50 on their download purchase thing. So I was like, well, let me check it out. So we're going to check out Reventure. And then I have that Intertech Nintendo Switch console stick that you put in an Arcade1Up to convert your Arcade1Up into a Nintendo Switch arcade machine. If you guys have seen it on Toycade's channel, he's done a review video. So I have that. I need to. I'm going to put that in my Street Fighter 2 cabinet that I have in the garage. And also check this out. Let's show you guys something kind of cool here. So I started modding my Toy Shock pinball machine, and if you guys want a little bit of a teaser as to what we're doing with it, so you guys ready? Let me know if you think this is cool or not. But here it comes.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And now I'm sorry, Arcade1Up, but this is the side art that we want on our pinball machine. So
Much so.
So that was a tough decision for me to mod my Toy Shock pinball machine, because it was like all the games included, they're on the Legends pinball, right? So it's if you just have the Toy Shock, it's fine, right? Well, you can just keep it as is. But if you have the Toy Shock and the Legends pinball, my wife was giving me a hard time. She's like, it's redundant. They all have the same games, all that kind of stuff. So we're making it's going to be called the Toy Wars Toy Shock machine. So yeah, I started modding it, started drilling some holes, all that kind of stuff. So I'm working on that. That's my secret project mod, and you guys will be seeing that really, really soon. So also, guys, do me a favor. If you guys need kick plates for your Arcade1Up machines, don't forget to check out arcadegraphics.com. Use coupon code PDubs at checkout. You save 20%, and you might get something cool like this. You guys know I love that Marvel versus Capcom machine. I got a new kick plate for it.
Nice.
From Arcade Graphics.
Oh, yeah.
From arcadegraphics.com. So
Sweet.
I'm gonna slap this on there. I'm gonna slap this on there as well. So yeah, that Marvel vs. Capcom machine I'm probably gonna keep. That's one of the Arcade1Ups that I'm definitely gonna be keeping. So yeah, don't forget to use that coupon code. But that's pretty much what we have in the hopper. Guys, do me a favor. Make sure you check out the Basement Corner Arcade Show. Appreciate MCAP and Rascal jumping on, and of course, check out Phil's Notebook, Console Fanboy, aka Zohar. Jaster, you did great tonight, man. I'm super impressed with that Terminator statue. You stole the show. You stole the show. And to all the trolls and bots out there,
what an idiot! Oh, what a loser! Good.
they're idiots, aren't they?
Yep.
I
All right,
wanted to thank you for letting us on here, Patrick. This was awesome, man.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Agreed. I'll second and third that.
By the
Yeah.
way, PDubs, I just lost 10 subs. I just
Oh
lost 10
no!
subs.
You're down to 50.
I'm gonna delete
Down
my
to
channel.
56.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
down.
deleting my channel. It sucks.
He's down to 56. All right, guys, give us a thumbs up on the way out if you enjoyed the broadcast. Sorry about all the little goofy challenges we had, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Of course, you guys have a great day. Thanks for hanging out upstairs with us.
See you guys.